Hello everyone, I'm day weather meteorologist Don Day with your Public Lands Council weekly weather update for this September 24th, 2022. It's being brought to you by Ag Risk Advisors and WSR Insurance Services Incorporated. Well, folks, the Western United States has been able over the last week to pick up some good precipitation. We'll show you that here in a minute. Central and Northern California, Southwest Oregon, and other parts of the Intermountain West got some really nice rain. And for the middle of September, that doesn't always happen. So it's good that not everyone, but a lot of you did get wet. And we've cooled off. We've gotten rid of that early heat wave we had in early September, and things have been a little bit more like they normally are. But any new big change in the weather is likely to wait till October. After an active pattern, we're now going to have a quiet weather pattern in most of the western United States. All of the action is going to be in the east. Looks like there is a hurricane threat for Florida, parts of the East Coast, and parts of the Eastern Gulf next week. That's where the action is going to be while the western United States is under high pressure. The latest drought monitor does not include a lot of the rain that fell this past week. This would include this area right here that got some really nice rain. This also includes areas up here that got some really nice rain, as well as some areas here that got some really nice rain. So next week's drought monitor hopefully will show some larger improvements. This is where the rain fell, and you can see it was quite productive across the northern to the central Rockies, to the southern Rockies, and parts of the plains. Really nice September moisture there. Then you can see the heavier moisture that fell in southwest Oregon and central and northern areas of California and into the Great Basin, into Utah, Arizona, and New Mexico getting more rain. And you can see the anomaly. This is where it shows you that, normally in the middle parts of September, you don't get systems like we saw. So that was really, really good to see. Now, as we go forward, this is where we start the forecast. This is for the upcoming weekend. You can see this axis of high pressure here developing in the far west. So this is what's going to bring a quiet, dry, comfortably mild, very nice early fall weather pattern to the region. We have stormy weather, the remnants of Fiona slamming into Nova Scotia, Newfoundland, and parts of the extreme northeast United States. Cool conditions in the Midwest and Great Lakes. And here's the next hurricane threat, Hurricane Hermine, that is likely going to take a track around and catch the west edge of Cuba and go across Florida like this, maybe into the southeastern parts of the Carolinas as we get late in the weekend and early next week. So it's something to keep an eye on. But for the west, we're really going to have a quiet stretch of weather here. By next weekend, though, things begin to change. This is by next Saturday. We'll have this low off the coast of British Columbia, a small low across the northern Rockies. And while this is not going to bring a colder pattern, like really cold, it will cool off and bring on some chances of shower and thunderstorm activity to parts of the west by late next week and next weekend. But basically, through the next 4 to 5 days here, the western United States will have a very quiet weather pattern. Precipitation shows that. Most of this precipitation you see forming right here is coming mid to late next week. Mid to late next week, this precipitation up here as well. And you can see the stormy weather along the East Coast with the potential hurricane. Our next update will be the first day of October. Believe it or not, we'll be into October next week. Have yourself a good week ahead.